Good morning. How is everybody? This is Tom in the Philippines. Today I want to talk about dating in the Philippines. I spent probably a year and a half trying to check out different dating sites. I went on Filipino Cupid, I went on Cherry Blossoms, I went on Pina Love, and probably about 6 or 7 others, just to talk to Filipinas, try to get some input, try to get some information to see, and I love the lifestyle of the Philippine people. I love the Filipina. So today I want to talk about dating in the Philippines. And this is a very important topic because so many men in America, and women also, because there's some great Philippine men here also, gives you, their different lifestyle, their attitudes are different. Of course, it's a completely different culture. But the really most important thing is that I love about the Philippines more than anything else is family culture. We seem to have lost a lot of that in our world in America. I come from Daytona Beach, Florida. From the South. My parents are from the South. And what I've done is, back a few years ago, I just made a decision that I wanted to retire here, and I wanted to try to find a Filipina that I could eventually marry and settle down, just get away from the rat race in America. But anyway, today I want to talk about how I met my wife and where I met her at and the process. Like I said, I was on Filipino Cupid, I was on Cherry Blossoms. There's probably about 10 others that I was on, but Filipino Cupid and Cherry Blossoms, and of course the one that I found my wife on is called Pina Love, Pinalope. And the great thing about some of these sites is some will give you the opportunity to speak to the person, to get to know them before you pay money. Now, I never did personally pay any money because I don't believe in paying money on these websites. Pina Love gives you, every 10 minutes you can add a conversation. So if you want to talk to someone, you're logged in, and it gives you can start a conversation with someone, and then 10 minutes later you can start it again. And I think they've reduced that to 5 minutes or 8 minutes. I'm not really quite sure. But it gives you, at least you could talk, introduce yourself, and you can talk to her and find out where she's coming from. Now, all these sites have lots of spammers on them. They're looking for money. They're looking to get something from you. So here are some great tips that I have used, and I want to share them with you. So usually within the first 3 conversations, depending, or 4 conversations you have, you'll know right off if she's a spammer or not. Because the first thing they ask for is money. I want to buy a new phone. I have 2 kids. I need to feed. I need rice. And automatically that's a bell should go off in your head and say, oh, sorry, I don't have any money. But if a true Filipina that is true to heart will not ask you for money from the beginning. She will ask you, what you do, your family, your background, and you'll do the same. And I found out that if you find a good Christian woman that goes to church regularly, that and you'll know, you'll feel it. You'll understand the questions they ask you. How much money you make. You'll know automatically how much money you make. Well, that's automatic. She's a spammer. I don't even think, when I met my wife, Ruth, I don't even think we talked about money at all till 3-4 months down the road. We never even got in that conversation. It was more about relationships in the past, problems that we had in the past with our relationships, and she, same thing. Everybody's looking for the same thing, and I know that I was looking for someone like me that's exactly likes the same things I like. Now, age can be an issue, so you can find someone that is really compatible with you. You could feel it, and sometimes you'll find out that some will lie on their age, some will be 20 and they're really 19, 18, 17. You do not know. Some will say they're 30 and they're really 24. So you you'll figure this out in the conversations, but please don't send any money to anyone. Do not get in that scam of sending them any money. Get to know them first. I mean, I think I talked to my girlfriend, now my wife at the time, and it was probably a year of talking that I finally said, okay, how can I help you? I know you're struggling, or I know you need something. Your birthday's coming up. What do you want? And so I did that. So the main thing is watch out for the spammers. Get on Skype, see her face, talk to her, see her mannerisms. Find out if she's in what they call a peso net store, where they're in. There's many people in there, and you can kind of feel it out. Now, a lot of people do not have internet, so do not blame her if she's there. A lot of them don't have phone that's Android. A lot of them have just a flip phone or a small text phone, and they buy loads on that. So do not blame her for that. A lot of them come from the mountains. Don't blame her for that, because some great people are up in the mountains, great women that work hard every day. And they're beautiful women that would be good for American men. And also there's some great Philippine men that are be great for American women also, because they work hard. They're very hard workers. They get up and they go to work, and they work every day. You have to tell them sometimes to stop, because they're very hard-working people. I have to get on my wife. She cleans it 4 or 5 times sometimes, and I laugh at her about it because it is clean. But she wants to do it again, so let her clean. But and of course age, sometimes a lot of people say, there's a lot of Filipinos, especially if you're American, you gray hair, you come over here, you'll have a lot of Philippine women that will talk to you and try to get to know you and want to, and a lot of them, come on, it's all common sense. They'll look for the money. So, but there's a lot that do not. And how I found mine, I just want to make sure Christian start out with, goes to church. I wanted to find out she's around the age. I wanted someone from 30 and above. I am 62, and my wife is 37. So there's a big age difference. But when I did this, I talked to different women, and I talked with her at the same time. But you got to realize you can't just pick one. You have to talk to many others. Now, a lot of men, what they do is when they come here, they will set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women to meet them at the airport, and then he makes a decision, takes them all out, talks to them, or meets them different times, or he comes into town and he just meets them different times and say, okay, he's honest. And that's what you always have to be with Philippine women, is always be honest. Do not lie to them, because they'll see right through it. Women are women. They're smart. So just tell them, okay, this is my deal. I'm coming there. I got 4 or 5 other girls. I'm looking for a girlfriend, and I'm starting out that way. And that's what you have to do. You have to plan it accordingly and make sure that you just don't have one. You have 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as time goes on, you're talking with them. You'll dwindle it down anyway, and you'll find 1 or 2 or 3 that you're interested in, or then you'll make a decision that this is the one. And that's what I did with my wife. I said, this is the one. We hit it off. We talk 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Now there's an app that you can get. It's called WhatsApp, WHATAPP. Now it's on the Play Store. Just download it. If you have internet, she has internet, you can talk. You can call. You can text. You can send video. 2-minute video. That's all it'll take, 2 minutes. Then you can kind of get conversation going. Now, we had times we set up where we would talk first thing in the morning at, say, 7 before I went to work, or 6, depending on times, and we said it. Now, we're 12 hours ahead here, so we had to plan it out accordingly, because sometimes, she'd be cooking dinner. She has a daughter. She had to take her to school, things like that. But we just worked it out. And the main thing that you want to do when you're dating a Filipina, you want to talk to her 2 times a day, morning, night, whatever's convenient for you. And I'll tell you the reason why. That you want to keep the communication going. Now, you don't really care. You're coming here to the Philippines. You don't really care. Don't worry about it. Just talk to her 1 time a day, or don't talk to her for 3 or 4 days or a week. It does not matter. It's your call on that. But with me, because I wanted to secure a relationship, and I was really looking for it because I was tired of the American women and all the things going on there, and I was just frustrated with it. So the first thing you need to do is get an account set on Skype. get WhatsApp on your phone and have her download it, because you can talk to Filipina Love and say, hey, you got WhatsApp. 99% of all women have WhatsApp. It was used in the military. A lot of military people use it, and I'm very familiar with it. You can call anywhere in the world with it. As long as you have internet service, and she has internet service, you can do it. So it works really well. And like I said, after the second or third time, you'll know if she's a spammer or not, because she'll ask for money. If it gets fifth or sixth time she's asked for money, she's a spammer. And they're there for the. So find the age group that you want to find. Pick the age group on the sites that you want to do. And there's plenty of other sites. I'm just using my site that I used that worked really well for me. And then always make sure, too, another thing you've got to be aware of, how many brothers and sisters, the family, her background, where she comes from, are they going to start asking you for money? You got to be prepared for that. I made all that clear with my wife. I'm not giving anybody any money. I'm not supporting all these other people in your family. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And I made that clear when I did my description in my Filipina Love account. I'm not paying for this. I'm not doing this. What I want is an honest, true woman. And put it out there. Because what do you have to lose? So put everything that you have in their description, what you want, because they can say, well, you never told me that. Nah, whatever. Just that is the easiest way to do it. I found the easiest way to do it. So, and you want to find somebody that's compatible to you. So that is one of the hardest things that is hard to do, is find someone that's really compatible to you. And once you find that person, you'll know in your heart. And just be careful. Do not send her any money until you know her really in depth, and get to know her kids, if she has kids. If she doesn't have kids, that's another thing you got to be aware of, is how many kids does she have. She may say she has kids, or she may not say she has kids, and she has kids. So you have to kind of, ask some very important questions in the beginning. And then just be aware of what you ask her, and eventually it will come out and you'll know whether it is true or not. But I got really lucky. There's a lot of great Filipinas here. There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful women here. If an American man, or if you're German, French, it does not matter. Wherever you're coming from, it's a great lifestyle. And I love the family orientation. I thought I'd do this video real quick, but I'm going to do a part 2 to this video and give you more information. I would like, if you like this video, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, please add your comments. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching my videos.